Hi there. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to Code Conyo. So for today, I am going to demonstrate to you how to implement matrix in a programming language using or particularly using a Java. So basically, when we talk about matrix, it is implemented through an array or an array list or a vector. So basically, we'll have to have the idea of, you have to have a background on one-dimensional array. So one-dimensional array is just a linear list algorithm or structure in which it is an array. It actually composed of an array number of elements or array elements, either number or a string. But usually we deal with numbers here. So we have here a number array, and it has 3, 5, 7, 9 as an elements. And we can say that the size or the length of our array here is actually 4. And usually array starts with index 0 and it ends at length -1. So that's the particularly in Java, because in Python we can you can use negative index, and you can also use, or you can actually let or use negative it aside from negative index, any index more than its length. But in Java you're not allowed to do that because it is actually an error. It is not accepted. It's actually prohibited. So when we want to know the length of our array, we used to do it in like let's say num dot length. So let's have here size. Okay, so when we run this one, we have number or the length of our array or size of our array is 4. And when we want to access the elements of an array, particularly if we want to access the first element, we use, of course, index 0. And we, if we want to access the third element, we are going to use the index 2. And obviously, as I've said, if you want to use, let's say 4, because that's the size of the array, and as we can see, this is array starts with 0. So basically, if this is 0, the next element is 1. Next is index 2 and 3. So therefore, there's no such index as 7. So if we are going to run this one, this would throw an exception or throw an error. So as except in Python, no, this is allowed. So this is actually, it's going to display the first element. And you can also like do this in Python, or you can do negative in value for index in Python, but in Java, again, it's not allowed. So yeah, that's it for the idea or basic idea of in what they call this one, mm, array. Okay, or matrix in a, this is a 3 by 1. No, this is 4 by 1. No, this is 1 by 4. Sorry, this is 1 by 4 matrix. Okay, so this is 1 by 4 matrix, and as you can see here, based on our example given in the from our PowerPoint earlier. So let's make use of this as val. Okay, so this time we have two indices right here. So you have here the val array, which is a two-dimensional array. So, and it has this one, elements rather. So 3, 5, 7, 9. So these are the first elements in the first row. And then these are the elements at the second row. And these are the elements on the third row. And these ones are the on the fourth row. So as you can see here, we have this matrix is a 4 by 4. It's a square matrix. This is a 4 by 4 matrix. Okay. Um, in Java, if you want to know the length of the row, just have to use the val.length, and This is for the row. Okay, so just wait for a while. So this is the row. And if you want to know the column, so for the column of your matrix, you'll have to deal with the you're gonna be using any index value. So you can use 0, you can use 1, you can use 2, you can use 3 as long as it's not exceeding to its size. So let's say I have here 1. Okay, so this is not going to access an element of the array, but rather it's going to display the length of or the column of our matrix, which is in a 4 by 4 matrix. So if we get to run this one, I'm just going to comment this one out and let's run this one. We have here a 4 by 4 matrix. So if we're going to remove one uh, group here, so this is basically a 3 by 4 matrix now. So the row is 3 and the column is 4. Okay, so I guess that would be all for now. And so we're going to continue this discussion in the next video. So thank you guys for watching and have a great day ahead. Bye bye.